Hello there and welcome. I'm Ole Borger, and if you're new here, I really hope I'll earn you a subscription today. It's very cold in here in my workshop. It helped a bit that I got the walls insulated and it's about 5 degrees outside. So today we're going to get some heat in here. And Banggood was so nice to send me this HCALORY diesel heater. And we're going to install it and see how it works today. And I'm also going to give you an update on the progress on rebuilding my workshop. I'm far from finished, there's still a lot of work to do, so we better get started. This is the HCALORY TB2S Plus. It's a very compact diesel heater and it's pretty light. It's about 11.5 kilos. You can bring it along when you're going on camping. You can use it in your tent. And I'm going to use it to heat up this workshop. And I'm looking pretty much forward to it. I've laid out the content of this box and we can have a closer look at it. We got a power AC/DC adapter and it provides 12 volts. The device can also be run directly from your car. You can connect it to the 12 volts and there is a plug here that just fits right into it. It also supports 24 volts if you have a truck or something that have 24 volts. And then one of the most interesting parts of this here, there is a remote control and it has a built-in CO2 sensor. So it will give you an alarm if it exceeds a certain level of CO2 that's not healthy for you. So this is a very good thing to have on a device like this because it is burning fuel to heat up whatever you need to be heating and it will give some CO2. And that brings us to the exhaust. It has an exhaust and an exhaust silencer. We also got 1 meter. It can be extended, this pipe, so you can bring the heat wherever you need. Here on the top you can provide some diesel fuel. We're going to add that later. And here in the front it has this detachable control panel, so you can operate the machine directly without the remote. And then we have an intake for the combustion chamber. There's also provided an air filter. And then we have an extension cable for this detachable controller. As you can see, it is not that long, but it is nice to extend it. But let's have a look inside this machine. And this is a very cool thing that is so easy to open up. It is actually like a toolbox, as it says outside. We got the fuel tank, the combustion chamber, some exhaust, the wiring, and up here we have this wire. You can use the extension to get a bit longer cable if you want to have the controller anywhere else. And here in the front we have a fitting for this pipe, so you can direct the heat wherever you need it. And then we have an attachment here for the exhaust pipe. But let's fill it up with some diesel fuel. This tank contains 6 liters of fuel that will give you 50 hours on full power and probably longer if you are not running it all the time on full power. There's a thermostat inside, so it will adjust the power to the levels that you set in the controller. Another important thing, a fuel filter, just to collect any garbage that you might have in your canister. I only got a tank of 5 liters here, so I should be able to empty all this diesel fuel into this tank. Now we got 5 liters of diesel in this 6-liter tank, but before I will power it up, I will run a test. I'll start my old heater here and let it run for 10 minutes and see how high the temperature here in the workshop will be. I have this sensor over here, but the display is almost broken, but I will go inside the house where I have a receiver for it. I will give this full power and go inside the house and check the temperature. This is the indoor temperature and outside temperature, and this is my workshop, and over here we have the refrigerator. It's a bit high now, so I will have to adjust that a bit. And while we wait, we can install the air intake for the combustion chamber, plug in the filter. I think we also have time to install the exhaust. It is time. It's been running for full power in 10 minutes. Let's have a look on how the temperatures are. 11.5 degrees. That's an increase in 0.6 degrees Celsius, and I think that's not worth it. Running a hairdryer is almost the same. Imagine if you're running this for hours just to keep this workshop warm. It is heavy rain outside, but I will still open the doors and see if I can lower the temperature in here to above the 11 degrees as they were before. And while we wait for the temperature to come down, I will continue assemble all these parts. I've now installed the heater down here under where my laser cutter is. And I had to drill a hole for the exhaust because I don't want diesel fumes inside my workshop, so that will pass right out through this hole to the outside. And while we are down here, I also have this pipe, and there is actually some cold air coming in here because that's the vent for my laser cutter. So I will have to install that later. And here is some of the new power outlets I made. This is my homemade vacuum. It's just a paint bucket and a cheap vacuum cleaner, so I can use that to clean out my laser cutter. Okay, let's try to start up this thing. Here we go. It has a startup cycle for about 2 to 3 minutes before it actually starts to provide heat. But I will count them in to the 10 minutes. Let's go inside and check the temperature. I think it ended up to be a bit lower. Yep, we are 10.8, so 0.1 degree lower than before. But we will let it run for 10 minutes, then we will check again. And I can hear it's really ramping up right now. I still think it's in its startup cycle, but I can actually feel a lot of heat coming out here. Yeah, it starts to heat up now. We are almost at 10 minutes, so let's go inside and check. And I can already feel it's getting nice and warm in here. The room temperature has just increased with 4 degrees in 10 minutes. That's very impressive. And we had the startup cycle for 3 minutes, so it's actually only run with heat for 7 minutes. I'll let it run for another 10 minutes and see how well it goes. The remote here says 14 degrees. That's pretty good. And we have 0 CO2. Look, we are 20.5 degrees in just 20 minutes. We got an increase in 10.5 degrees, and I am very impressed of this. Now I can actually start to 3D print. The time is now 10 a.m. in the morning, the day after I installed the HCALORY diesel heater. And right now the temperature here is about 18 degrees. I didn't run it overnight, but I set a timer so it would run from 7 to 8 a.m. this morning, and it still has a comfortable temperature in here. The humidity in here is also very low. It's about 55%, and last night it was almost at 80. So The humidity also dropped down, and that's a very good thing since I have a lot of electronics in here, like my computer for the laser cutter and also my 3D printer that I have over here. I want to thank Banggood for sending me this HCALORY heater, because this will save me and let me 3D print here in the winter. I'm really looking forward to come out here in my workshop and do some 3D prints using the laser cutter and not freeze my ass off. So thank you, Banggood, for sending me this diesel heater. Let me give you an update here on how far I got with reorganizing and rebuilding this workshop. Right now I have reinstalled my laser cutter, and I still need to plug in the keyboard, computer and the monitor and all that stuff. I installed a couple of switches over here, and this will be for the main power to the laser, and then I also have one here for my vacuum cleaner. Some power outlets here and one over here. And then I installed a power outlet down here, because like if I'm using a drill or my glue gun, it's very annoying to have a cord hanging over my workbench and it will get in the way for what I'm doing. So this is a very nice feature to have. And up here I got all my shelves reinstalled, and I actually got room for an extra row, so I have a ton of storage here on my left side. And over here I also made some extra storage. I got some shelves up here. I can have all my screws. One thing I still need to do is get all these boxes sorted out. Right now they're just thrown in, and I need to organize and throw out a lot of stuff and sort everything out and put them in their right boxes. I also made new electrical installations, like for instance this bird nest I had up here, that is gone. This is still not perfect. I think I'll install a couple of breakers up here. Then I can switch on and off the different sections. I have 3 sections of electricity in here right now. I have my workbench over here. I have power for some lighting in the carport. And then I have the 3D printer and all the stuff over here. So having the option to cut off power for each section independently if I'm going to install a new light in the carport or do something with the 3D printer when I'm going to install ventilation and stuff like that. And using a couple of breakers will be a lot safer than having to use a screwdriver and disconnect a cord from a bracket. Over here, I'm not done yet. As you can see, this is still a bit messy. The plan is I will build a full enclosure over here for my 3D printer, and I will have some ventilations that will go outside the wall over here. And here next to the 3D printer, I will build a paint booth that will also have some ventilation that will go outside the same hole as the air from the 3D printer. In this corner over here, I will have my compressor, and I will make a small table with a workstation for my drill press. The rest of my tools that will make a mess, like sawdust and stuff like that, I will put that in my carport, where I'm probably going to make an upgrade later, a wall or something. And sawdust is a bit messy, and I have always had problems with dust next to my 3D printer, and it is not a good idea. And I expect in the future that I will get a lot better 3D prints. So all in all, I think the workshop is partially usable now. I can use my laser cutter. I still need to fix this workstation for the 3D printer, but I think it will be done within the next week. And I will give you a final update when I'm done with everything in here. And if you already haven't done it, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, a thumbs down if you think it's crap, and share this video if you think you know someone who could be interested in a diesel heater for heating their workshop, RV, truck, car, or even their tent when they're on vacation in cold areas. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.